Well, hey there. Welcome to the Pawpaw Chronicles and More with Jim. I come out here and just got done throwing some water on all these little trees, pawpaws. Excuse me. You know, pawpaws, something that I wanted to share with you thoughts on. They're known as a temperate tropical tree. Tropical tree. Well, here in the north we're not in the tropics. So is it considered a tropical tree? Well, the fruit is tropical-like. But it says temperate, so in other words, temperature oriented. I don't know what that would mean. I would surmise that that's what it's talking about. It's a tropical type tree that can handle the temperatures and the rigors of the north. I will tell you this, that I do understand. These trees need to have at least 400 hours of a cold period in order to being productive, which means being able to produce flowers and produce the fruit when they're big enough, and it's something to think about. Now, it's a tree that is actually grown in the north, the northern part of North America, indigenous to North America, although it's being spread throughout Europe and Australia and Asia. It's being spread out around the world, but they originally came from this country. That being said, they need to have at least 400 hours of cold period, like I said, in order to produce. So if we grow them in hot areas like down in Mexico, southern tips of Florida, the western coast of the United States, they may not produce fruit. In fact, they may not even survive if they don't have a chance to go dormant. They need to have that dormancy, and that's one of the things that I'm working on right here. I've got the fan cut off right now so I could talk to you about that, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to get this area to cool down, to force these trees into a dormancy before we have freezing temperatures, which that's just around the corner. And it's kind of cool in here right now. We're probably setting roughly around 45 to 50 degrees within the greenhouse right now. Although with that fan shut off and the sun hitting this greenhouse, it'll warm it up pretty quick. We'll leave both side doors open and run that fan on a very low temperature to cool this all down as quickly as possible and see if we can't get these trees to go dormant. Of course, freezing temperatures coming in and they're not dormant, I'll close everything up overnight and protect. The same way as I would with the outside beds or the trees. I left them open overnight to be able to get that cool air in there and to keep that those beds from heating up from the sun. Tonight they'll get closed up because we're supposed to get down to 29. Although I think the ones outside are probably good. They're pretty much hardened off. It won't hurt them. But anyhow, it's just something that I wanted to share with you. Temperate tropical trees. Look into it, study it out. I've looked into it, and it's just amazing that we have what is considered to be tropical trees in the north. Well, my name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. Any comments or questions that you may have, I welcome. You all have a God bless day.